Hello everybody, this is WhiteSword with TGN, bringing you a redo of a redo, because I'm redoing two videos into one. I'm going to give you my thoughts on 1.8, and I'm going to bring you this mod here that I found. It's called NBT Edit, and basically one of the features Notch had tweeted out was that you would have the option to switch between creative mode and survival mode, which I think they said they weren't going to be put in until 1.9, which is kind of frustrating. So I was kind of Googling around and I found this mod which will allow me to do that. So I wanted to share this with TGN and my subscribers over on my other channel, which you can check out at youtube.com/whitesword. Anyway, so basically simple mod comes from the Minecraft forums. I'll put a link at the bottom, so it's somewhat trustworthy, but you know, like everything in the world, it's at your own risk. You're going to open up your save file, and you're going to open up the your world file, and then you're going to look for a level or a file called level.dat. You're going to open that up. You're going to bring this tree down, and you know, it's got some basic information, spawn points, stuff like that's not. We don't care about this stuff. What we care about is here, game type. Right now, my game is currently set to creative mode, which is game type 1. Double click on that. Change that to 0, hit enter, hit save, boom. My game is now set to survival mode. So that's this mod. It is a great mod, I think, to move back and forth. So let's go ahead. I'm going to end this and then hop in Minecraft, and we'll go ahead and take off from there. Okay, welcome back. So we'll just start right off the bat. I love this new load menu. I love the rotating background. I think that's great. I wish maybe it was your world, so like say you got to a point where you built your own world and you could have your own world. You know, who knows, maybe that's coming. This is my server I currently play on. It's a whitelist server. I love this. This is the thing that I've been wanting from the multiplayer the most, because I tend to like to jump from different servers. I'm on the Shaftlands, I'm on the Yog, whatever the Yognot server. And then, you know, I like everybody else in Minecraft, we all have the little notebook that has our server list, and we just type it in as we go. The new world creation, I love that I can, let's see, when you create a world, boom, you choose it, and survival. But I love that it even goes one step farther with this, which I know the other thing had, but this is really nice, you know, villages and dungeons. God, there was just an update. I thought there was more stuff here. Guess not. So let's go ahead. And one of the so right now I'm in survival mode, like I said in my thing when I swapped it. These villages are fucking amazing. Oh, hold on. Before we even start, let's just fix this problem right now. Boop. No sound. Oof, I apologize profusely for the terrible sound quality of the last video. I didn't realize how loud the sheep and chickens were. Like, I guess I'm just so used to hearing them. So, the villages. The villages are freaking amazing. I love the villages. I think it was something that it's you know, it adds, when we get the people, it's going to be so much better. One of my biggest problems about Minecraft is I always felt alone. Like, I mean, not in a weird abandonment issue type alone, but alone in the sense that here you are in this beautiful world to build in and have fun, and there's nobody here. So I used to play with the Millionaire mod. I would install it. I installed it for the kids. They all have their own worlds, and they would play, and they like the idea of helping the town grow from what you are. This seed, by the way, is Give Me a Break. There was another seed that I had kind of messed around with where it was like 1.8, 1.8, 1.8, 1.8, blah, blah, blah. Like it's like 1.8 6 or 7 times. So I now, you know, I had made a seed, just regular random, and I couldn't find a village, and I was like, you know, this is BS. That's what made me started getting frustrated with not being able to swap into creative mode, was being able to fly around to look for this village that I was promised, and I couldn't get it. And that's what made me started looking for that mod that I introduced in the beginning of the video. So some of the other things I really really enjoy is the new lighting. Oh, it's so amazing. The the light radius. The I can't think of the word. Is so great when you're down in a cave and it's just far enough to be a little creepy but not too creepy. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I love the sprinting. Um, I think they were going to add in that it was going to take away health after a while, so that's going to be kind of cool. But what I don't like, I okay, there's a couple things. I don't like the way the towns are generated. This is somewhat cleaned up. I got to go through and clean up some more of it. Um, the towns they just seem to be just plopped. Like there's a preset design, and then it's just stuck somewhere. Before I came in here and changed all this, because I too hate the sound of cobble walking on cobble. Stone is not the best. It has the clunk 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 sound, but it's better than the sound that the cobblestone makes, or the other stuff makes. So you know, and then the towns, like I have found a couple towns when I was trying others town seeds. The 1.8 sound is actually like it's like the town's almost buried in sand, which is kind of cool from like an RP kind of thing. Like you find a town and you dig it out, and you know I guess that's kind of cool. But I really just wanted to enjoy the towns and look around and have a blast. I think this town is one of the bigger towns. So I got to put stairs there. So that's cool. I can deal with that. And you know, so now it's become before when I would load up a Minecraft game, I would get on and I would just like, okay, what are the things I need to do to make this? I mean, look at that. Some of these towns, these just weirdly built, like the way it was generated. You know, now I get on and I'm like, okay, we need to find resources and all this stuff, and I tend to run around until I find a cave, or not a cave, but like on a flat surface on the wall, and I just build into the wall, and I build you know, like balconies and stuff like that, and I build on top, and I build this big skyscraper thing. Nothing, you know, too crazy, just something kind of generic, and you know, this really now my goal is I get on. I have a preset seed. I used to give me a break. I mean, this town is big enough for me and everybody else. It's big enough that you know you start out with lots of food. There's food everywhere, and that's a big thing. You know, that's one less stressful thing that you don't have to worry about. You know, you got some pumpkins in the background. You've got the blacksmith, which I kind of edited and threw some fire on the top. Oh, that's the guard tower. That over there is the blacksmith, and I figured, hey, it's a blacksmith. He needs fire on the top. So, you know, I did that. What else we have here? The new mob Enderman he's not as scary as I thought, but he does add just a weird, like, now instead of just like, let's see, I'm going to go here, you know, that going there could be you just now aggroed 6 Endermen and now they're chasing you. Which is funny because I had them chase me into another town, and I was hiding in the house, and they started to take away the walls. Oh, it was pretty crazy. So that's pretty cool. Those guys, they really do live up to their the name. Another thing that I'm not too happy with, and I don't know if it's just being nitpicky or not, but the crevices, this is actually a really bad example because I don't think there are too many crevices in this seed where I'm at. Oh, actually, I think there's one right here. Yeah, there's one right here. The resources that you get early on are so crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, when I first, like, look at that light. That is amazing. I say amazing a lot, so don't get all freaked out. Anyways, when I first loaded up the pre-beta and this one, I ran around and I was finding iron everywhere. I think within 10 minutes, I had a complete iron armor, complete iron tools. I mean, it almost seemed a little too much. I mean, you lost that feeling with stone that you have when you're like, oh, I got to make more stone. And then you know, it was the iron came so quickly that I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. It would just seem like the resources, since the world is open now, and I'm just realized I'm freaking stuck in this. God darn it. That the resources tend to be so plentiful now because of these huge openings. Hold on. You know what? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I put it in creative mode so I could fly out of this cave. The resources seem to be so plentiful now that you don't have that that feeling of like more stone. I'm just, you know, it's like you get to a point where it's like iron, you know, becomes like your diamond. It's like, oh my God, it's iron. I love iron. And you start to decide, do I make a sword or whatever? So it seems that the with these, you know, these big cuts in the ground, the resources tend to be, and this is just my experience. You know, each level is different, so I could be just totally it just seems too much, and I know that sounds dumb, but it just seems like I'm picking up iron, I'm picking up coal way too fast, and I don't feel that look at that town. That was just cool. I don't feel the choice. You know, you kind of like, do I cook meat or do I make food? And now, I guess it really doesn't matter. And well, now you gotta make food, and that's another thing. I don't like the new food system where you have to eat to survive. I mean, it makes sense, but I guess it was just such a change that it was just. I mean, for me, I'm a digger. I diggy holes just like everybody else, but I will get down in a cave and I'll stay down there until my my inventory is packed with blocks, and then I just come up. And I know we all do it and we forget about it, so it kind of maybe adds a little effect. Maybe I just need to get used to it. It's a change that's good, and so I think it is good that the towns do have preset food. Like I said, this town's give me a break, all one word. And so you do start out with 5 farms to pillage. And you know, you got some pumpkins over there, because who doesn't love pumpkins? Now, I really have not messed around with the cave systems because it kind of creeped me out. Was that weird to say that they creep me out? Oh yeah, it's shift to go down. Let's see if we can just... Something about the abandoned caves with the spiders and... oh, was that one? Let's see. Something about the abandoned caves with the spiders is just creepy. I don't want to go there. I don't even want to deal with that. That to me is not what I'm looking for right now in my game. So I tend to just stay away from that stuff. This is not going as well as I thought, but at least you can see this is going to be a big thing. I'll tell you what, I love me some Yogbox or some Yogcast, and I always wish Simon and them would just generate more light for some of the videos. So at least now with the candles, this going into this mode, you can do that. Anyways, so the cave thing really creeps me out, and I'm no shit. I just drove to bedrock. Gosh darn it. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to go anywhere. So I guess that's it. I'm just going to end up sitting here rambling for the next 20 minutes about this. Hope everybody has a nice day, and I do apologize for the last video is audio quality. I apologize for it being so terrible. I hope you check out that mod. That mod's a great mod to be able to switch back and forth and give you a to allow you to go into creative and into survival and change the things you need to. Everybody have a nice day, and Akamagosh.